November 24th, 1971. It's the afternoon before Thanksgiving at Portland International Airport. A man in his mid-40s, wearing a dark suit, a crisp white shirt, and a black clip-on tie, walks up to the Northwest Orient Airlines counter. He looks like any other businessman heading home for the holidays. He pays $20, cash, for a one-way ticket to Seattle. He signs the name Dan Cooper. He boards Flight 305, takes seat 18C, lights a Raleigh cigarette, and orders a bourbon and soda. To the world, he was a ghost in the making. But in less than 5 hours, he would commit the only unsolved skyjacking in commercial aviation history and vanish into the freezing clouds of the Pacific Northwest. Never to be seen again. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper hands a note to the flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. Thinking he's just another lonely traveler giving her his phone number, she drops it in her pocket. Cooper leans in and, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." The note demanded $200,000 in unmarked $20 bills and 4 parachutes. No games, no heroics. When the plane landed in Seattle, the FBI delivered the cash. Cooper released the 36 passengers but kept the crew hostage. He ordered the pilot to fly toward Mexico City, but with specific instructions. Fly low, fly slow, and keep the landing gear down. Somewhere over the rugged, pitch-black forests of Washington State, while the crew was locked in the cockpit, the rear stairs of the Boeing 727 dropped open. The freezing air rushed in at 200 miles per hour. D.B. Cooper, strapped to a parachute and $200,000, jumped into the void. He didn't have a coat. He didn't have a plan for the terrain. He just had the darkness. The FBI launched Norjack, one of the most extensive manhunts in history. They searched every inch of the aerial Washington area. They interviewed hundreds. They looked for a body, a parachute, a scrap of cloth. They found nothing. Years turned into decades. Then, in 1980, a young boy named Brian Ingram was digging a fire pit at Tina Bar on the banks of the Columbia River. He found 3 bundles of rotting cash, $5,800 in total. The serial numbers matched Cooper's ransom money. It was the first and only physical evidence ever found, but it raised more questions than answers. Why was the money there? If Cooper died in the jump, where was the rest of the $194,000? And where were his bones? Over 800 suspects were investigated. Some were war heroes, others were career criminals. One of the strongest candidates was Sheridan Peterson, a veteran smoke jumper with a dark sense of humor. Then there was Richard McCoy, who pulled an identical skyjacking just months later, but the FBI could never place them on that Portland flight. In 2016, after 45 years of dead ends, the FBI officially closed the case. They called it unsolvable. But for the Cooperites, a cult following of amateur sleuths, the hunt never ends. Was he a genius who escaped to South America? Or did he perish in the icy winds of the Cascades, his body becoming part of the earth? D.B. Cooper didn't just steal money, he stole the imagination of a nation. He remains a folk hero, a mystery, and a reminder that sometimes people can just disappear. So what's your theory? Did the money at Tina Bar prove he drowned? Or was it a decoy left by a man who knew exactly how to stay hidden? This is the story of the man who jumped into history. Thanks for watching The Echo Case. If you love unsolved mysteries, hit that subscribe button. We're going deep into the dark corners of history every week.